Don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.
Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. And before I get started, I want to wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas. I know it's Christmas Eve right now. Shouts out to all the kiddies out there waiting for Santa Claus to come through. And shouts out to all the Saints fans that thought that the Saints were going to bring you a win through on Thursday, but it didn't happen. And as of right now, we pretty much know where the New Orleans Saints stand. And, it's not looking good for the black and gold. First off, I want to say, before I even say anything else, I want to thank each and every one of you, those that reached out and, sent your condolences. My father-in-law, Mr. Leotis Bester, passed away a couple of days ago. I'm in Tuskegee, Alabama right now, which explains why I'm not on camera. Where I'm at right now, the quality is of internet service is kind of low. So if I was to stream and you actually do a video, probably wouldn't even be able to see me or even get through this. And it's probably going to be a little spotty at times. So I apologize for that also. But for each and every one of you that reached out, thank you all so much. We came on Tuesday of this week, just to be down here. And, he passed away around family and friends and loved ones in his home, and that's what he wanted. And, he will be missed. He was a great man, always smiling, had that big laugh. And he has like so many great, moments with so many different people, man. He touched so many people's lives. So, want to say once again, rest in peace to my father-in-law, Mr. Leotis Bester. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the New Orleans Saints, talk a little bit about some football. Man, I might sound like a broken record. I heard a few people say this, but I'm going to say it because I said it on Thursday. I'm just happy the New Orleans Saints played on Thursday and not today, ruining my Christmas. Because the way that Tampa looked, the way that Atlanta looked, they looked like teams that had a sense of urgency, which only just made me even more upset. Now, you can make an argument and say that maybe out of the three teams that played, that our NFC South foes played between the three of us, you'll probably have to say the Saints probably had the toughest game. The Rams are playing some really good football right now. Jacksonville seemed like they trying to collapse. It's like they trying to give everybody in the South, the AFC South, the division. And, you got the Colts that were playing pretty well. But if you look at all three teams in the NFC South, the Saints were the only team that I seen that were just unprepared. Like, they just came in unprepared. They were not ready for the game. And, I mean, we pretty much already talked about this stuff. And now you look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have won 4 straight games, and they look about as good as people could look, And for all those people out there that was talking about Baker sucked, Baker Mayfield sucked, Baker Mayfield not that good, well, Baker Mayfield looking like the best quarterback in the NFC South. And I can kind of say this because I said this during the summer about Baker Mayfield. I said that Baker Mayfield is not as bad as people make him out to be. I say you put him in the right situation, he'll probably play well. And the guy is playing well. And he's playing better than a guy that makes $100 million of guaranteed money, was given a $150 million contract, contrary to what these losers will say out here about him, talking about how great he is, but he's done absolutely nothing, which we already know. A bunch of empty calorie yards that means absolutely nothing, that just in a couple of weeks look impressive. But The New Orleans Saints have nobody to blame but themselves. They have no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they did this to themselves. They had an opportunity to win this division. They had an opportunity to right the wrongs of last year. And I don't want to hear any excuses. There's not an excuse the New Orleans Saints organization can give me that will be justified for the embarrassment that we have experienced this season in 2023. I think, in my humble opinion, that what has been done in 2023 pretty much sums up what Dennis Allen and who Dennis Allen is. Dennis Allen is a coordinator. He is not a head coach. He is not a guy that's going to lead you anywhere, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstances. He will continue to fall short. You can talk about the fight. You can talk about the grit. You can talk about the Saints trying to come back during garbage time, trying to make scores look respectable. But at the end of the day, you had the second easiest schedule in all of football. You had a schedule with a bunch of first-time starters and backup quarterbacks, and you're sitting here at 7-8. And it is absolutely ridiculous that I'm hearing reports from people like Ian Rappaport saying that Dennis Allen's job is safe. This is what we have turned to that nation. This is what we have become. We have become a moral victory organization. We're okay with just being okay. We're okay with just being competitive. None of the things that we were trying to do, vying for championships, being a contender, trying to bring legitimacy to the organization, something they haven't had probably ever before Drew Brees and Sean Payton got here. And in 2 years, you got Dennis Allen fumbling all over himself. The man cannot win. He can't win. Any situation that you put him in, rather it's a situation that was given to him or a situation he has put together, he cannot win. And it seems like the New Orleans Saints organization is the only organization that don't seem to, they don't seem to understand that. They are the only people out there that don't understand that. It is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, there's no reason why we should have reports like this guy is out here like he's Bill Belichick or Tom Coughlin for the Giants or something back in the day. This guy has won absolutely nothing throughout his career and has shown you that no matter what you do, he cannot deliver the goods. The reason the Saints are in a situation and in this predicament that they're in right now is because Dennis Allen put them there. Dennis Allen decided to keep some of these coaches and hire some of these guys. He was the one that went out there and stood on the front line for Derek Carr. This team does not resemble a championship team, and it will not be a championship team. And my question would be to all the Saints fans out there, like seriously, why in the world would you want to subject yourself to this nonsense again? Why would you want to subject yourself to this embarrassment? Because we know it's going to happen again. This dude holds nobody accountable. These guys pretty much police themselves. They say whatever they want to say. They have absolutely no identity. Honestly, you do not know what the New Orleans Saints are going to do from week to week. You don't know if they're going to win by running the football effectively. You don't know if they're going to win by throwing the football. You don't know if they're going to win by a block punt. This is a team that just goes out there and plays. It's just like you go out there to the blacktop with your friends. And y'all go out there, y'all get out the car, y'all go play basketball, football, or whatever. Y'all don't know y'all don't know who the team gonna be. Y'all don't know what it's gonna look like. You know you want to win, you know you're gonna win, but you don't know if it's gonna be because your friend shot that 3-pointer from the side. You don't know if it's gonna be because maybe somebody put a sky hook up or something like that and did that. But at the end of the day, they have absolutely no identity. They have absolutely no identity at all. So why in the world are we sitting up here pretending as if, they got one? As long as Dennis Allen is the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, they will not win anything. And it's time for people to understand that. It's time to move on. It's time to find some new blood. you have to make sure that you are setting your team up for sustainable success. And I'm tired of Captain Cliche, because that's what he is. That's what he has become. A bunch of analogies that mean absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of cliches that mean absolutely nothing. And it's just downright pathetic. And Mickey Loomis, if Mickey Loomis is not really seriously considering all the talented coaches that they have out here that will be on the market, if you're not considering that, then you have let the New Orleans Saints fan base down. And this isn't one of those situations where it was like with Sean Payton. Because here's the difference. Like, people will say, well, Sean Payton, he had a couple struggling seasons before he, took the Saints to the Super Bowl. Here's the difference. Sean Payton's first year, he went 10-6 into the NFC Championship game. In his first year, he took the New Orleans Saints further than they ever been as an organization. So, of course, you're going to give this guy a little wiggle room because he has shown you that he can find success. But when you add on a guy who was 8-28 when you hire him and sits here at 22-46 overall as a coach, 14-18 as your coach, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. You don't have anything that you can hang your hat on when it comes to Dennis Allen. And I'm not trying to sacrifice success because this dude can coach some defense. You can find a defensive coordinator on any corner. And we know that this is a passing league anyway. And also, your defense, it means absolutely nothing if your offense can't move the football. You can have the 85 Bears, but we know that the modern day NFL is about offensive efficiency. And if you cannot put up points, then you're not going to win football games more times than not. I don't care how impressive your defense is, because if you can have the best defense in the league, but teams can still score 7 and 10 points, and if your offense can't move the ball down the field, then you're not going to win. It's just that plain and simple. I am not trying to sacrifice winning consistently because this dude not a coaching defense. That makes absolutely no sense. I want this dude out of here, like, seriously. And I hope that the New Orleans Saints organization understand what they're doing. I hope they understand exactly what they're doing. They are basically telling you, and they're basically saying to us that we are willing to sacrifice you all not showing up. We're willing to sacrifice you all not coming out to training camp. We're willing to sacrifice people not buying season tickets. We're willing to sacrifice that because we feel like Dennis Allen can get the job done. Because I'm telling you, the moment they say that Dennis Allen will be retained for 2024, I guarantee you the Superdome is not going to be full when the season first starts. They are going to have to prove it to the Saints, or they're going to have to prove it to the fans. And we know for a fact that this dude can't do it. And he won't do it. And I'm not trying to look at something that I already know is about to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. He is going to get fired. It's inevitable. It's rather it's going to happen sooner or it's going to happen later. Because everybody knows that this dude is not good enough. Like you can tell the body language and how these players are talking. You can tell. And I'm gonna be honest. Would not surprise me one bit if they go out there to Tampa at Raymond James Stadium and get absolutely mollywopped out there. Like, seriously, it would not surprise me at all. And look, I feel so bad for saying this. I feel so bad for saying this. I really do. I'm not lobbying for a tank, but I feel like this gonna sound crazy. The Saints need one of them Brandon Staley losses. They need like one of them, like anybody that watched that game a couple weeks ago when the Raiders played the Chargers and the Raiders just beat them boys down. They had like 40 plus points at halftime. That's what it's going to take in order for Dennis Allen to go. They're going to need a rate of victory. Like they're going to have to like a Brandon Staley loss in order to convince them. And the thing about it is, the one quality I will say when it comes to New Orleans Saints that one quality that they have to me has been keeping Dennis Allen afloat. And that is the fact that they have so many different guys in that locker room that have high character. They got so many guys in that locker room that are just not going to lay down. They're just not in their DNA. Like, even if they feel like it's probably for the greater good, they still wouldn't do it because that's just not the way that they roll. And I respect that. I respect that. But it's going to have to take. It is going to have to take an embarrassing loss. And quite honestly, when you see these primetime games on television, here's also the majesty of this. All of your imperfections are shown to the entire world. Sometimes, like when we watching these Saints games, they're regional. So everybody not watching the Saints. But when it's prime time, everybody can see that you're inept. Everybody can see that you're terrible. Like, everybody can see that Dennis Allen is terrible. Like, you had some of the most well-respected sportscasters criticizing Dennis Allen. And yet Mickey Loomis goes on local radio and says he has the right people in the building. Pathetic, man. I'm serious, man. I've been talking to people. People have been emailing me talking about, man, I've been a Saints fan for a long time, but I don't know how much more of this I can take. You know, I don't know, man. I can't ride with them like this, man. Like, if they showing me that they don't care, why should I care? Man, they got to do something. Like, seriously, they got to do something. They cannot run this back. They cannot do this, man. You're like, this is my question. Well, this is not my question. Well, I guess it is a question. This is the question I would have for Mickey Loomis. If I only had 2 minutes with Mickey Loomis, Mickey, like, you only got 2 minutes. I just say, let me cut to the chase. What is Dennis Allen's redeeming quality to keep him around? What is the one thing that you look at when you see Dennis Allen and say, we gonna win something with him? What is that redeeming quality? What is this? That's something that we as fans don't see. What do you see? That's what my question would be for him. What does it like? He coaches defense well, but as a head coach, like as a head coach, what does Dennis Allen do well? That you can sit up here and just say, you know what, I can run this back with this guy. What is it? Like, the team is inconsistent. Guys aren't being held accountable. It's like he's afraid to even say anything to anybody because he knows the case. Like, here's the reality. He don't want to get into these guys' faces because he don't want to rub these guys the wrong way because he knows that his job depends on it. So that's why he'll go up in there when he know a guy isn't playing well. He'll like kind of beat around the bush. Like, I want to say shouts out to my guy Rod Walker. I think Rod at the last press conference on Thursday, he asked, he was like, how you think your quarterback did tonight? But anyway, it was like, man, you should have seen him try to dance around a way to, criticize, but not criticize so much. To big up him, but not big. Like, it was just absolutely pathetic, man. And that's the thing. Like, he's so worried about getting on guys' bad side that he, you know what I'm saying, he's willing to, like, sacrifice his pride for it. Like, when you worry so much about what guys think, it's pretty much over because he knows if you have that Brandon Staley game, that one game that just absolutely just shows, like, let's just say, for example, it was that Lions game and they just didn't come back from it, right? He knows that if that game shows itself between now and against the Falcons, he knows that he's done. And I'm gonna be quiet. I look, if I was to do a poll right now on any social media platform, I guarantee you, if I was to ask the question, would you want to see the Saints suffer a 50-point loss for Dennis Allen to be fired? I guarantee you the majority of the people will probably say yes. I wouldn't want my team to go out like that, but I'll be willing to sacrifice that. That is how bad it's gotten. Like, it's almost like, man, it's almost like telling a child, don't put scissors in an electrical socket. You know what I'm saying? Don't get close to the electrical socket, right? And you know what I'm saying? You're like, what's going to happen? Man, it's going to shock you. Then all of a sudden, like, they starting to get close and you trying to push them back. Like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And they just steady like jerking, trying to get that. That is what it seems like when it comes to Mickey Loomis. Like, it's like we try, like, please, man. Like, we see it. Like, this guy's not good. No, he can get us where we need to be. No, he can't. No, he can't. No, he can't. Like, yes, he can. I'm telling you, if no, he cannot get you where you need to be. He cannot. Like, I'm over this right now. Like, seriously. Like, I know you over it because I'm over it. And the worst thing, like, if the Saints was just, like, honestly, if the Saints was losing to build for something, then I would be like, you know what? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, man, teams that, get new players, new coaches. No, it takes some time for them to be able to, like, figure things out. I get it, right? Like, a 7-10 and then a 8-9 or 9-8 season. Okay, man, like, okay, fine. But this is a guy who already came in showing that he can't win as a head coach. Like, this man is already showing that he can't win. If he would have came in winning, we would have said, you know what? He learned from his last spot. He learned from the mistake that he had last season. I mean, the last time he was a head coach. You can be like, okay, cool. But this dude still not winning nothing. Like, this is the biggest indictment ever. Like, this, he had the second easiest schedule in the National Football League. And this dude got this team at 7-8. Like, I love the Saints, man, but they gotta be insane to keep this regime. Like, they gotta be insane. Like, we gotta, like, how they was going to court talking about Tom Benson and questioning his competence and is he in the right frame of mind? I think Saints fans need to take them boys to court and wonder if they got the people in their building or in their right mind. Because there is no way. There is no freaking way that these guys should, that news shouldn't even came out. Like, I don't know when Ian Rappaport talked to anybody about the Saints organization, I don't know. I don't know who he talked. I don't know when he talked to him. But the fact that he can say after 16 weeks that Dennis Allen's job is safe after piss poor performance, for him to be able to say that, it's like, bro, where are the pictures at? Like, where's the incriminating evidence you got on somebody in the building? Because there's no way this dude should be that comfortable. You got coaches, you got Mike Tomlin out here looking uncomfortable, even though reports saying now that he wasn't. I mean, that he's comfortable. But at times, like, even Mike Tomlin was being questioned. And this dude sitting up here ain't won jack. And he about as comfortable as a baby in a car seat. Something wrong with this organization if that's the case. I don't know what it is. Like, I really don't know. All I know is we want dude gone.
Buddha Nation, from the East Coast to the West Coast. We need to let the Saints organization know. Tell them boys what we want. We want DA. Tell them boys what we want. We want DA. From the depths of our soul, everybody knows the head coach, Dennis Allen, that's got to go. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here. The recent loss to the Rams kind of made that clear. Follow me, this is making me sick. Got a coaching record of 22-46. It's like that, as a matter of fact. Rat-a-tat-tat. Nicky gotta be insane if he run this thing back. Yeah, check out the manuscript. As a head coach, Dennis ain't
Tell
dead.
the Saints what we want. We want DA. Tell the Saints what we want. We want DA. Da 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 da. Hey, we want him down.
Tell the Saints what we want. We want this dude out of here. We want him out of here, man. Go ahead and read some of your comments. I appreciate that, man. Much love to everybody that checked out the video. Most of the time, like for all these different music spoofs that I do, you can find them on the YouTube channel. So I uploaded this a couple days ago. So hope everybody enjoyed it, man. Little remix to a classic, What's My Name by the great Snoop Dogg. But anyway, let me read some of your comments right here. Let me scroll back up. Let's see. Loomis needs to man up and admit hiring Allen was a huge mistake. The quicker he do that, the better, Bobby. The quicker he does that, the better, man, because he definitely setting us back. Saints will blame the offensive coordinator to bring the head coach back. You know what? I think, well, I ain't no think. I know that's what they're going to do. I know that's what they're going to do. Because they're afraid. They're afraid of moving on. They're afraid of moving forward. They're going to try to make this thing work, even if it means alienating your fan base, even if that means turning your fan base off. But I tell you what, they're playing a very, very serious game because it's going to be hard for the Saints fans to embrace this organization, especially the higher ups. If they bring this dude back and it's pretty much the same thing, it's gonna be bad. Like it's gonna be real bad in the Saints organization. I'm telling you, like it might be a good little minute, like before like Saints fans start to trust this organization again. Because I honestly, my love for this team is keeping me around. Like my trust within his organization when it comes to Mickey Loomis, like based on, I don't know if he was intentionally trying to sound the way that he did when he was on WWL talking to Mike Hoss, but he made it seem like, you know, he almost like disrespected the fans. Like basically just saying they don't know what they talking about. We definitely know what we talking about. Okay. We know what winning football looks like. I mean, the Saints had sustainable success for 16 seasons for the most part. For a good, you know, that's a good little sample size. And no, they didn't make the playoffs every single year, but they made it quite often. So to me, like, you playing a very, very dangerous game. Very dangerous. Bucs beat the team we couldn't at us. Let's see, they deserve to be the NFC South champ. Look, man, Tampa is the best team in the South right now. Like, let's call it for what it is. You may not want to admit it, but look, I feel like when my team bodies, look, I say it like this. When I talk to teams, I mean fans of teams that are not good, and I like, man, they can't say nothing. Like Saints fan, we can't say nothing. Like we starting to be in that category. Like we starting to sound like the Cowboys now. Talking about the days of yesteryear with Drew Brees and Sean, when we had Drew Brees and when we had Sean Payton, Cowboy, when we had the triplets. Look, Tampa is the best team in the NFC South. I will admit to that. If I'm going to sit up here and talk noise all them years when the Saints was dominating the division, this will be their third straight NFC South title. So to me, like, they dominating the NFC South. Regardless of what people may think about them, they're dominating. And the New Orleans Saints, they're just taking steps back because Mickey is acting as if the Saints are still that team. But you don't have that core that you had on that team anymore. You don't have the guys that push the needle. You don't have that anymore. So I ain't trying to be like that. Like that to me, at the end of this season, is gone. Like we're starting to sound like them people that talk about how great things were back in the day, and I ain't trying to do that. Like if Tampa fans jump up in the chat right now, they deserve to talk. They deserve to talk. We can talk, man. Y'all ain't did bruh. This will be their third straight NFC title. They got more Super Bowls than the Saints do. And it seemed like they're going in the right direction, more so than what the Saints are going. So to me, we ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't, like, honestly, like, I'm not, like, I ain't trying to talk about, I'm not trying to be that, I ain't trying to be that dude, and I don't want you to be that person. It's about what you're doing right now. And what the Saints are doing is not a damn thing. And until they understand that what they have right now ain't going to win nothing, we going to be stuck in the same spot. And I already said it. Mickey Loomis don't have to move like a regular GM because he's the executive vice president of this football team. He's third in command of the ownership of this team. So this man can run the organization the way that he wants to because he has immunity. Who's going to fire him? Who's going to fire him? The only two people that can fire him is the owner, Gail Benson, and the president, Dennis Lauscher. And like I said, he's third in command. So unless he can fire himself. So this guy has immunity. So you know, I like this dude has a what they call a FU card. Like seriously, like he can do whatever. He can hire whoever he wants to. He can move at any type of pace as he wants to. Because he don't just hold a general manager title. So this isn't like one of them situations where you have a vice president, a president, and you have an owner. This man has immunity. And that's what people don't understand. They be like, man, how you talking like this? Because he has control, more control than a general manager is supposed to have. And I'm going to continue to say that. If Mickey Loomis, if this was the only position he had was general manager, he will not be moving the way that he does. He would have a sense of urgency, but he doesn't need to. This is almost like Jerry Jones situation. Like, what is he gonna fire himself? And like I said, I don't see Gail Benson sitting up there in the boardroom talking about football and X's and O's. She's the type of owner that delegates work, understands that, look, this football stuff is just weighing over my head. So Dennis, you handle that. And, you know, and I'm pretty sure Dennis ain't really a football guy like that. So Mickey Loomis handles the football operations. So this man not only handles the football operations, he's the one that's picking the team, right? He's the one that's selecting the guys to come in. He's selecting the coaches. Until this guy realizes, or he feels confident, like that is where we at right now. He's like, I can do whatever I want to do, because he can. As of right now, I will watch games, go to at least one game, but my expectation for winning is 0. NFC East, AFC West doesn't allow for many wins, says Robert Griffin. Derek says, I bet you they fire Pete Carmichael and bring Gruden in as offensive coordinator just to cater the car. I wouldn't even be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad. John Gruden know how to coach offense. I wouldn't be mad at that. I just don't want Dennis Allen. Like, I just don't want Dennis Allen as a head coach. I just don't want him. Like, it's just that simple. Like, I don't care who you bring in. It all comes down to you being prepared, having your team prepared. He just does not check the boxes, man. He just don't check them boxes. Man. I gotta plug in my charger for my laptop. But in the meantime, for those that just joining us, we were talking a little bit about the state of the NFC South, and it's pretty much over for the New Orleans Saints. I mean, they're gonna need some help. They're gonna need to beat Tampa and Atlanta, and they need for Tampa to slip up and lose to the Carolina Panthers in the final game of the season, the 2-win Carolina Panthers. So it's pretty much over. It's pretty much over for the New Orleans Saints regardless. I don't see that happening. I don't see Carolina guys already got they plans to Mexico. I don't see them boys trying to go out there going hard, mess around, mess something up, and then I got to have surgery and be rehabbing all throughout the offseason. I don't see that happening. I see Tampa coasting to a division title. I think that this game right here was the deciding factor. And unfortunately, they played against a Jacksonville Jaguars team that, are looking like they're about to collapse. I mean, they looking pretty bad right now. So I don't know, man. It's just time to move on. It's just time to move on. But once again, what we want is Diego.
Who that nation from the East Coast to the West Coast? We need to let the Saints organization know. Tell them boys what we want. We want Diego. Tell them boys what we want. We want Diego.
From the depths of our soul, everybody knows the head coach, Dennis Allen, that's got to go. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here. The recent loss to the Rams kind of made that clear. Follow me. This is making me sick. Got a coaching record of 22-46. It's like that, as a matter of fact. Rat-a-tat-tat.
Nicky gotta be insane if he run this thing back.
Yeah, check out the manuscript. As a head coach, Dennis ain't
Tell
dead.
the Saints what we want. We want Diego. Tell the Saints what we want. We want Diego. Da, 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 da. Hey, we want him down.
Yeah, I only played that twice because I wanted to plug up my laptop. But yeah, man, that song I like to call What's His Name? Another one about talking about head coach Dennis Allen. Need that boy up out of here, man. Up out of here. What I'm gonna do is, man, I think I've made quite a few songs like over the years. I think I might just put them all together and probably just put them in one place where everybody can be able to find them. Because I know I made at least near like 9 or 10 different songs relating to the team over the years. So I don't know. Like I might just put it in one place where everybody can kind of just get it. But I just do this stuff because I want everybody to. I just want everybody to enjoy it. I want everybody to just have a little fun. I mean, the season. Just absolutely an embarrassment. I mean, you might as well just have some fun out the deal, But let's see, who made this song? I did. I made it. I made this. Yeah, I make all my songs, man. I make all the songs, write all the lyrics. Yeah, your boy talented, man. Y'all sleeping on me. Y'all. Nah, but all jokes aside, man, I just try to do stuff just to kind of make everybody laugh, man. That's so cool. You got Snoop to record that for you. Definitely didn't get Snoop to record it for me. I ain't got that type of money. Yeah, I don't sleep on my skills now. Mickey Loomis is the reason why Dennis Allen is not going anywhere. Exactly. Somebody says Spotify. I don't know about all that. Said that song going platinum. I don't know about that either. Let's see. Suge Knight might come for you for compensation. I ain't getting paid for it. So I ain't getting paid for it. Like I would just, I just put it out there for everybody just to, have something to enjoy. Who won a Celebration Bowl, TJ? Didn't Fam you win? Fam, you won a Celebration Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. And also shouts out to the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, man, winning a wine bowl on Saturday. Shouts out to them, man. Finishing the season 8-5. Tim Beck, head coach, first year, bringing a bowl title back to the beach. So shouts out to them, man. That team I enjoy watching that team all season long, man. On the sidelines covering them, and man, they got some good kids out there, and that's a good program. I see them winning a lot of football games in the future. That man has hits. I appreciate that, Tiff. Where can I find the song on your channel? Want to give you a share, man. You just go to the YouTube channel, and like I said, it's probably the last video that I put out. So it's called What's His Name? That's the name of it. But like I said, I'm gonna just put all of the songs that I made over the years together so people can have a place to to have them. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all for your support. I'm done. Stick a fork in the Saints season. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see, I'm happy the season is over. You ain't lying. TJ, open up StreamYard today. I can't open up StreamYard today because of the quality of my of the stream. I'm in Tuskegee, Alabama right now. Like where I'm at, like in my in-laws' house is a wooded area, so it's only like a few little things that I actually can do. As a matter of fact, in order for me to do this live stream, I had to like put this at its lowest quality, and in order for me to even like do a stream. So definitely want you to like open up the lines and stuff like that. But I know you just want to brag and boast, but this ain't I'm be honest with you, this ain't really the year like to do that, because nobody cares. Like, I'm just being serious. Like, nobody, like, as far as the Saints, like, nobody cares. Like, this is the year, like, I'm serious. This is almost like the end of 8 Mile. Like when Papa Doc was about to rap, you know what I'm saying? But Eminem rapped first, and he said all the bad qualities about himself and gave the mic to Papa Doc, and Papa Doc couldn't say nothing. This is like what that is. Like, basically, we be rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll help you talk about this ish show of a season. Like, I'm just being serious with you. Like, we will help you talk about the team. Because everything you'll probably say, man, y'all suck. Yeah, we do. Man, y'all ain't gonna win the division. No, we not. Man, I thought y'all was gonna win. We thought so too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them, like, seriously, like, I don't even want you, like, I don't even want, like, have you out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not just saying that to make an excuse. Like, everything has transpired. Like, y'all deserve to beat on your chest and say all these things. Don't get me wrong. But it's just one of them years, like, you just, like, it is what it is. It's like it like nobody, like, in Saints Nation, we not going hard in the paint like we have in past years, because we realize that the situation that we in, it just don't make any sense. It shouldn't even been this way, and it continues to be that way, and that's what ticks us off. I feel like if even if the Saints were going to their second season with a new coach, right? I don't even, like, honestly, if somebody was in a chat from the Bucs and talking, I think I'll be talking back. Like, okay, y'all got us this year. We gonna get y'all next year. I can't even say that. See what I'm saying? Like, I can't even say that. Like, Dennis Allen can come back for a third season. So if Tampa or Atlanta be like, yeah, we got y'all this year. Yeah, we gonna get y'all next year. She probably will. You get what I'm saying? Like, we feel hopeless right now as a fan base. Hopeless, absolutely hopeless. Like, there's like no end in sight. There's like no end in sight. So we like, I don't know, man. It's like my grandfather usually used the phrase pouring water on a drowning man. You know what I'm saying? The man already drowning, so you adding on to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already drowning. You know what I'm saying? The water that you add on ain't gonna make it no worse. I'm already drowning. So, I mean, like I said, this isn't one of them seasons. Like, okay, but like with Tampa, with the you know what I'm saying, with the Glazer family, like, the Glazer family want results, right? I mean, y'all done been through like different coaches and stuff like that in order for y'all to get a good nucleus and get some consistency in the division, right? So they kind of, you know what I'm saying, kept on changing it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Gave You know what I'm saying? Like Dirk Cotter a chance, gave Graciano a chance, gave Raheem Morris a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like gave Lovey a chance. All these different things, right? The Saints, they know they made a mistake. They don't want to admit they make a mistake, and they want to continue to go down this road to try to prove to everybody that it was not a mistake. But we all know it's a mistake. So, like I said, man, like, look, I'm honestly, I'm literally like, I have no ill feeling for Tampa, like at all. Like they did what they needed to do. Like I'm eating crow. I did not expect for them to be as good as they were this season. I was saying that they weren't going to be good. I felt like every other fan of the South and the Saints that like, oh, Brady gone, y'all ain't going to win nothing. I'm eating crow. Like seriously, that is like to me, Tampa making the playoffs is way more impressive this season than it was when they had Brady and they went 9-8 last season. That's way more impressive because nobody saw that coming. Everybody expected for them to be at the basement. So there you go. Like I don't sit up here. I ain't sitting up here like I ain't one of them like them sports shows that just because I'm a fan of the team, like I'm gonna just sit up here and talk noise and big up my team. Nah, this ain't the show. I'm gonna call it for what it is. If I felt like the Saints were better, if I felt like the Saints were dominating, if I felt like the Saints was a contender, anything like that, like I said. But if I also feel like if they not, I'm gonna say that too. I don't see an end in sight. So that's why I'm saying like it's pointless to go back and forth. Let's see. Derek's best game was the one drive in preseason, had many food. Yeah, everybody kind of thought that was for things to come, but yeah, man, he seems to thrive when coverage is at its softest. See, we should have won at least 12 games with this schedule. At least I would have took 10. I would have took 10. We should have won at least 10. At least 10 games. That should have been a cap. Like it should have been 10 or more games. Tampa Bay and Atlanta have quality wins. We have none. Yep. And if you look at it, like I said, everybody in this, it seems like they direction. They got a youth movement going. The New Orleans Saints seem like I'm willing to take was like making moves like they contenders. They not. So not, and you definitely ain't a contender with Dennis Allen as your head coach. Resort because you're seasonal. That you damn sure ain't contending for no division title or no Super Bowl championship. Happy holiday. Season tickets. Cool Sports, thank you very much for the $19.99. I don't blame them. I ain't about to look. Give me something to talk about. Give me something that can convince fans to, not make that decision. Like they're doing this to themselves, trying to hold on to Dennis Allen, trying to make people think that they have what it takes. Like this dude, bruh, what like Derek Carr was on a 49 Purdy. Like you out your freaking mind. But anyway, my question is like, what is it about Dennis Allen? What is it about Dennis Allen that people just love so much? Like what is going, like I'm pretty sure he's a nice person. I'm pretty sure he's a great man, a person, you know what I'm saying, that people like. He seems smart. He's definitely smart when it comes to defense. But as a head coach, like what do you see? Like, man, I promise you, man, and this may sound wrong because, you know, what I'm doing right now, but I don't think I ever, like, if it wasn't for me doing a live reaction for post game, I wouldn't be looking at no Dennis Allen press conferences. And honestly, like, when he have his press conferences during the week, I don't even look at, I'll probably look at him like Wednesday and Thursday, like going towards the next week or something. Like, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might put it on like while I'm driving because there's a long commute between the radio station and picking Paxton up in the afternoon from school. It's like nothing about this dude like resembles anything that I would want to follow. Nothing. Like, nothing about this dude makes me feel like he has anything in control. Like, I really, honestly, I am really starting to believe that the reason why Dennis Allen is still around is because Mickey Loomis likes a coach that doesn't cast such a huge shadow over him. That's what I'm starting to believe, because Sean Payton cast such a huge shadow over him because everybody looked at him. And I think that he likes that mild-mannered, like, passive-aggressive, okay, Dennis, we're going to do it this way. Okay, that type of guy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it seems like to me, because there is no way you looking at this guy with an 8-28 record coming in as your head coach and a 22-46 record as it stands right now on December 24th in the year of our Lord 2023. There is no way, like, you can just sit up here and just say, man, when I see this guy, I see a winner. Dennis Allen is, like, he's one of the best coordinators I've ever seen defensively. Like, you're going to have yourself a top 5, top 10 defense in some statistical category with Dennis Allen. But as a head coach, no, sir. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why this dude, like, just so adamant on keeping this dude around. You ain't winning nothing with this. I'm going to keep on saying this. I know I said that at least 3-4 times on this episode alone, but you ain't winning nothing with this. It's embarrassing, man. It's sad. It's like Eddie Kane outside the tarmac. You know what I'm saying? When the 5 heartbeats was about to hit the, you know what I'm saying, about to get on a plane. And he out there with that old rhinestone costume on. He looking that desperate out here, man. He looking sad, like trying to hold on to the days of yesteryear. Mickey Loomis outside of the tarmac with a NFC South Championship 2018 t-shirt on. Talking about bunk game and, you know what I'm saying, and have it, you know what I'm saying, and a ski mask in his pocket. Them days is over. Them days over, man. You know, it's like that's what he on, man. He opened up that trench coat and you just see a 2018 NFC South Championship t-shirt. Man looking bad out here in these streets. This man still up here talking about over the past, like in the past, we had like one of the best defense, one of the best red zone, being one of the best red zone teams. Yeah, when Drew Brees and Sean Payton was there. This man back here reminiscing. This man underneath the tree. This man underneath the tree reminiscing with his homeboys because he came in town for the holidays. He under the tree, you know what I'm saying, sipping on his Bud Light, talking about what happened, you know what I'm saying, 20 years ago. It's bad, man. Like, we looking desperate as hell out here in these streets because this man don't want to pull the trigger. Like, these are some dark, like, we gotta go 90 Saints times. Because here's the thing. This may be new to some of you younger listeners and viewers out there, but for my OG Saints fans, the ones that are 30, probably 35 plus, right? You got a nice little sample size of the 90s. And we knew that if the Saints sucked in 92, they're going to suck in 93. If they suck at 93, they're going to suck at 94. We knew it. There was no end in sight. There was no end in sight. I'm starting to feel this way now. Like, I'm not lying when I say, I said this earlier about when it comes to Tampa Bay. When somebody say, man, we got y'all, I cannot confidently say, if I'm talking to a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, if they were to beat us next week and sweep us for the second consecutive year, I cannot sit up here and just say, well, we're going to get y'all next year. And it's been a long time since I felt that way. It's been a long time since I felt that this team is hopeless because they have a coach that gives you no hope. You got to give somebody something to believe in. And miss me with that, oh, you ain't no real fan stuff. There is nothing, let me rephrase it. There's nothing that you will do in life that if somebody slaps you in the face, constantly slaps you in the face, there is no scenario where you will not, want to retaliate. And you're just going to sit up there. Like when somebody just constantly, just disrespects you, constantly, tells you that, okay, I don't, you saying you know what's best for you. You don't know what's best for you. I know what's best for you. And it's clear that they don't have your best interests at heart. When you say, oh, man, you're not a real fan, people want to feel that the organization is putting their best interests at heart. If you're in a relationship, you want to be with somebody you feel like compliments you, makes you feel better about yourself. Miss me with that stuff about, oh, I'm just loyal to you. Forget that. You got to give a little to get a little. You can't just sit up here and just say, okay, we're going to bring back a coach who has shown that he has never won anything, but we want y'all to believe that he can win something. I mean, every year, since this guy's been a head coach, it's gotten worse. And now you have players that don't believe. These players don't believe in this dude. You got 16 weeks. You had 16 weeks of this season to prove to these players that you can put them in the best position to succeed. The offense looks horrible. It has no rhyme, no reason. You have some really good players out there that can't get the football, but you have other people out there talking about they don't need to complain. You got former, Derek Carr supporters that are Raiders fans that are out here telling you that a guy who has never won something, the reason why he can't win something is because of players that actually won something. Y'all see how weird that is? You got people out here that's saying that Derek Carr is being held back. A guy who has never won nothing in his career. Alvin Kamara, who was the offensive rookie of the year, who was considered one of the top 3, top 5 running backs in all of football. But because of him, Derek Carr can't reach his full potential. Michael Thomas, a former offensive player of the year, an all-pro, holds the record for most receptions in a season. This is a guy who is holding Derek Carr back, a guy who has been in the league for 10 seasons and never won nothing. Meanwhile, the team that he's no longer a part of, just the week before he had his nationally televised game, put up the most points that they ever have in their entire existence. Think about this. This is the Raiders we talking about. But people in their peanut-headed mind really are sitting up here believing that Derek Carr can lead somebody anywhere. This guy's been in the league for 10 seasons and has won absolutely nothing. But you have guys who have been all pro bowlers. They're holding Derek Carr back. What a bunch of morons. You got to be insane. You got to be playing a character, or you, seriously. Think about this. Okay, imagine being married and bragging about your ex. How crazy would that sound? You're a Raider fan. Your team, your favorite team, gave up on a guy, but you're sitting up here telling Saints fans that they got something special. If he was that special, why isn't he with your team? Why is your team? Why have they given up on this guy? That makes absolutely no sense. Y'all should know. Y'all got something there. How? Your team didn't? It's over, brother. Get that dude out of here. Exactly. It's over. It's over, man. Like that church song say, it's over now. It's over, man. It's over. Hey, TJ, this is feeling just like the Mora, Haslett, and Dicker, the losing years at the end of their tenure. Man, I'm just hoping, I'm just praying, I'm just wishing. I'm hoping that Mickey Loomis retire. I'm hoping that this is the year he says, you know what? I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And, you know, I want to say thank y'all. I'm going to just go ahead and step down and, you know, just do my executive vice president duties. And we're going to search for a general manager. That's what, look, I was, you know, lobbying for like Jeff Ireland or something, but nah, man, get them up out of here too. Let's get some new blood up in here. People that ain't afraid to go tap into the Georgias and the Floridas and the LSUs, not just going up here trying to go to North Dakota Central and Utah Tech and, you know what I'm saying, trying to find offensive linemen and pass rushers who nobody know, who Wikipedia don't even have a page on and only got a page because that person was drafted. Like, I'm good on that, man. I'm good on this where's Waldo type drafting these boys be doing. I'm looking for Waldo. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do. I'm tired of that, man. Get some, like that's okay to get a guy from Georgia. It's okay to get some of these guys who have been in big moments. Maybe they'll have bigger moments for you. Who knows? I'm not saying you got to just completely tap that pipeline, but for the most part, we not winning Jack TJ. We finna get our cheeks torched by Tampa. I look, you know the thing about it is, I'm saying that, but the Saints are so on brand to disappoint us. Like they'll probably win these next two games. They'll probably win these next two games, and knowing good and god doggone well, it's gonna mess up their draft positioning. It's gonna mess up their draft positioning. You not like, look, you're not making the playoffs. Even if you were to make the playoffs, you're gonna get straight mollywopped. You know what I'm saying, between the first two quarters, because we know your coach, for some apparent reason, only can coach second half football. So it's a waste of time. You're not going to do anything if you get to the playoffs. As a matter of fact, you're not even going to make the playoffs. But it's so on brand for the New Orleans Saints to try to win out and try to save this pathetic excuse for a head coach's job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. There's no other way I can put it. Like the Saints are doing this to themselves. It's like somebody that is smashing their head into a concrete wall over and over and over again, and then turn around and say, "Oh, I'm hurt." Of course you hurt, but you did it to yourself. You hurt yourself, man. They are hurting themselves with this nonsense, trying to run it like you can do better than this. Like, do it before it's too late. Like, get this dude up out of here, man. Like, these dudes are not feeling what this dude. Like, even when he was, like, I promise you, him trying to muster up, like, some type of enthusiasm against the Giants when they played him, he was like, hey, best teams play they best football in December. And guys were like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like clapping, like he just, you know, putted a, you know what I'm saying? Like putted a nice 20-foot putt on hole number 8 or something. I don't know. Right in the middle of the game, not exactly over. So they give you that little, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody believe you, Dennis. Ain't nobody buying into what you selling. We got to keep on fighting. We got to keep on scratching. We got to keep on clawing. Like, dudes don't care, you know, keep on using all them cliches. We got to hold on to God's unchanging hands. You know, he our bridge over troubled water. We got to tread lightly. We got to, if you step on a crack, you break your barber's back. Like, dude, we tired of this. Like, nobody cares about these cliches and these sayings. They mean nothing. It's empty. It's not generating no wins. God dang. You know what I'm saying? James Evans didn't keep his head above water that long. JJ and Thelma and them didn't keep their head above water that long. God dog. Even they got out the projects. Shoot, didn't JJ, didn't he become like a famous cartoonist, and Keith was able to go back to the NFL again, and you know what I'm saying? They got a nice little house in the suburbs. Like even Florida moved in with him. God dog. Like, how long you gonna keep on talking about chopping wood? Like, God dog, they don't chop that much wood in Wyoming. Shoot, they gotta start a fire somehow. Like, serious, all these cliches that mean absolutely nothing. Little Sally Walker sitting in a salsa, for real. All these different metaphors that don't mean nothing. Like, dude, get out of here. Derek Carr is not going anywhere. He's $150 million quarterback for the Saints. What they are going to do is get more offensive linemen and more help on defense. Nobody is going anywhere. Except for the fans. Because, man, Derek Carr is who he is, man. Derek Carr is not very good. Derek Carr is middle of the pack, average. You're not winning. You're not winning because of him. Like, in order for the Saints, here's the thing. I'm going to tell y'all, like, I'm not one of them people that just say something and don't try to give no solutions. This is what I feel like the Saints need to do if you're going to keep Derek Carr, which you should, right? I mean, you're obligated to keep him. First off, I would draft a quarterback in the first round. I will allow him to sit his first year. Then I would dedicate trying to spruce up my offensive line, and I'll run the football. I will get an offensive coordinator, probably a Kyle Shanahan type disciple type guy that puts emphasis on different runs, bring a little motion to the Saints. Lord knows they need it. And I'll run the football. And I will only have Derek Carr throw the ball maybe 20, 25 times a game, if that. But I will get Kendre Miller, I will have Jamal Williams, and I have AK running the football. And, of course, then I bring on another possession receiver. Like, I'll let Michael Thomas go. I'm sorry, no people don't want to hear that, but I think, look, it is what it is. Like, all these injuries and stuff like that, look, we can't keep on going down this road. It's rather you going to play and be, you know what I'm saying, and be available or you not. We got to call it for what it is. I'll give me another possession type guy, probably, you know what I'm saying, a wide receiver, you know, like that can move the chains. You know, I'll make sure I elevate, you know, like guys like A.T. Perry. I have packages for like guys like Rashid Shaheed, all these different things, but I will put emphasis on running the football. That's what I would do. I will get the ball out of Derek Carr's hands and ask him to do very little as possible. 3-step drops, quick passes. I would probably get me some more explosive players. Once again, that's why I'm saying get yourself offensive coordinator, maybe like a Kyle Shanahan disciple. And have like how the 49ers do, like they'll have like, you know, man, they'll get the ball to Deebo Samuels in space. It'll probably be like a 5-yard pass. And he'll turn over 5 yards into like 25 yards. Like I'll get some yak guys. And you know what I'm saying? And then I'll just go from there. And I have like Chris Olave as like my Brandon Ayuk. That's how you solve that issue. And then, you know, see where you at with Derek Carr, you know, after a few years, allow the rookie that you drafted, allow him to, you know, he sat on the bench 1 year. Derek Carr gonna do what Derek Carr do. He gonna, you know, have people mad, gonna, you know what I'm saying, get his job taken from him, you know, probably go home like he did with the Raiders. And then you'll have your rookie out there for the future. That's what I feel like the Saints need to do. Said T. Higgins. Nope. You draft him. You draft him. You draft your wide receiver. You draft your guy for the future. Just like you found Michael Thomas in the second round, you can find a wide receiver in the second round. But we know what the Saints are. We know what the Saints gonna do. This is what the New Orleans Saints gonna do. Here it is, folks. About to tell y'all right now, so y'all don't even get mad. So brace yourself. The New Orleans Saints are gonna retain Dennis Allen. They're going to put out a report that P. Carmichael decided to step down. They're gonna hire an offensive coordinator. They're gonna draft a left tackle in the first round. They're going to move probably Trevor Penny to the inside at guard. Then they probably in the second round going to get a wide receiver because apparently they don't have enough. And that's what they're going to do with their first two picks. They're going to get a left tackle. If the left tackle, if the tackle from Notre Dame isn't there, they probably going to end up getting like a verse out of Florida State or something like that, which I wouldn't be mad at. But it's going to be completely different than what we're talking about. I heard some people talking about getting Keon Coleman. I think Keon Coleman might be there for you in the second round. So I think they probably going to end up trying to get a left tackle. If they can't get that left tackle, then if they can't get that left tackle, then they probably going to get a pass rush. And then in the second round, they probably going to get somebody like Keon Coleman. That's what they're going to end up doing. I'm telling you. So might as well just brace yourself. Don't even try to get mad. They're going to do the same. They're going to do the same thing they did last season. This is what they're going to do. Y'all remember after that loss against Carolina? Everybody just went away. I mean, it was like almost like they didn't even have no press conference. They went away. They know people was mad. The Saints allowed Sam Darnold, who's only threw for like 40-some-odd yards, to win a football game. People was mad. Everybody wanted Dennis Allen fired. And then all of a sudden, like nothing, crickets, no reports, no nothing, just absolute crickets. They just basically let this dude go out and hide. And then all of a sudden he popped up at the Senior Bowl somewhere. That's exactly what's going to happen. Like, you know what's so, like, you know the saddest thing about all this? Do y'all realize that they have stopped saying Dennis, they stopped introducing Dennis Allen at home games? Because people are going to boo when they hear his name. This is what it comes to. This is how pathetic this is. This is how pathetic this is. This is Who Dat Nation. They're protecting this man so hard that they have stopped saying his name inside season Superdome for the introductions. If an organization is going to go that far to try to protect the guy, I don't want this dude as my coach. Like, he should be protecting himself. Like, even with him, like, even with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, they probably, I don't know, maybe they didn't. But even if that was the case, like, I hope they go to him like, okay, we're going to stop doing the introductions. Like, we going to take care of you. Like, that's why Saints fans be getting mad, because it just seems like they just want to be oblivious to this dude not being good enough. It's like they are content. It's like this dude just got some incriminating evidence on him. Like, you remember I used to say that about PJ Williams before they moved him to safety? Like, he must got some know where the body's buried, got some incriminating pictures or something. This guy has something on this organization. Because why are you acting like, man, I get you trying to stand the foxhole for your guy. But it's sad. Man, this is so sad. Like, that's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Like, your coach performing so bad. People are so disgusted at him that you have to stop mentioning his name in a stadium that is supposed to be a home game. That's pathetic, man. Carr definitely getting special treatment to look this bad and not be held accountable. I don't know, man. Cuz hit me up when we hit the reset reality button. Appreciate you, TJ, 100%. Yeah. Look, I hate that, but like I said, man, I mean, I'm still going to be doing the State of the Saints, you know. Definitely, you know what I'm saying, going to be doing Gumbo Pot Sports. More, you know what I'm saying, more episodes of that. Then I got my new podcast coming out in February. That's not going to have anything to do Nothing. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with football. It's gonna be all life. I think y'all gonna enjoy that one, man. Y'all gonna see a different side of me, man. We're gonna have some fun on that one. That one gonna be more so about, fatherhood, marriage, probably, you know what I'm saying, and some of the things going on in pop culture, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of people want to enjoy. I know some people may not get down with that, but I think y'all gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be a good time. But yeah, I can see people having other things to do. DA got pictures of Mickey doing something strange with a goat. I hope not. I'm going to read a few more, then I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, folks. It says, Saints got a way tougher schedule next year. You can't bring this dude back with that kind of schedule. An easy schedule gave him migraines. Exactly. That's my whole point. You were better than you were last year, so your schedule going to be better. Can someone explain to me how Alontae Taylor got benched for playing bad, but Derek Carr can't get benched for playing bad? He's certainly had more bad games than Taylor has. Well, one guy is on a rookie deal, and one guy has $100 million guaranteed. Guess who they're gonna let play? I'm just wondering. Unfortunately, truth is, Allen will be head coach next year. Yep. And a lot of Saints fans are gonna be like, I'm head out. But I want to say thank you all for checking out the State of the Saints podcast. Really do appreciate that. Much love to you. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Please hit that like button on your way out. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Previous episodes available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Anchor FM. Also, you can follow me on Twitter or X, TJAY Jones 8. Thank you all so much. Ho, 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 and all that there. Till next time. All I got to say is, who dat?
Hey, don't let these tears fool you. It's all dog around this mug. I'm good.